And welcome back to Australian Poker Tour. I'm Gigi Fab and I'm here with the WSOP Player of the Year 2019, Mr. Robert Campbell.
I like the prefix.
You like it? I think that worked out better. Mr.
Yep, very important.
Mr.
Yep.
Do you think?
Yeah, so you differentiate me from my father, Doctor, Mr.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, is your dad a doctor?
He is.
Oh, and
Fine arts.
didn't he want you to follow?
Poetry and pottery.
That's not a real doctor.
Oh, that's not what we say in the Campbell family.
It's good enough, you take that. I was just about to say, aren't you going to follow in his footsteps? But if he does poetry...
Didn't have any skills in the pottery game.
Yeah.
It's fictional. My father's not a potterer. Is that what it is?
A potterer.
Is that be a potterer?
I'm not quite sure. Potterer.
Pottery? I don't know.
You're asking
anyway,
someone.
Let's go back to the question.
So, all right. So, last time I spoke to you, we were at the WSOP circuit event in Sydney at the Star, and now here we are at APT at Eaton's Hill in Brisbane. Welcome, and yeah, you're jumping into all of these events, I hear.
Incredible. Yes, that's it. I'm here to play some tournament poker. It's my favourite kind of poker. Love tournaments.
Yeah, you're so full of it. You're so full of it.
I just thought, you know what, this is why we thought, because I'm doing this podcast with Angus O'Loughlin.
Now, let me just tell everyone about this podcast. Now, this is the podcast. Could you think of anything a little bit harder? Like, it's a bit of a tongue twister.
I didn't come up with the name. It was Angus. He did it. He thought it was genius, actually. He was like, poker, podcast,
and
podcast. You know, I think he just watched a couple of episodes of Sesame Street.
Thanks, Angus.
Jamming words together was his game.
It's a journalist's nightmare, you know that.
He is a journalist.
Podcast.
He's in media. He's a professional media person.
Okay, so the podcast, you can download it from where?
Anywhere, all over the place.
So I know you can download it iTunes, Spotify.
Places, other places.
Your mum's playlist.
Probably not. I don't think my mum has the internet. My mum lives in Druin. Hello.
Hi.
Probably, I don't know. I think she does watch all these sorts of things. It's, you know, that seems like something. That
I think as a mum you would.
She writes stuff like, "Oh, that was funny," you know, that sort of stuff. Tells her friends about it. Her friends in one ear out the other, and they say, "Yes, Miranda, that sounds correct." So, but you know, whatever keeps them going, you know. So
with this podcast. This is going to be a nightmare to say. But with the podcast, how's that going?
Well, we've had some since I think when I spoke to you last, we just had who did we had? Jeffrey Lizandro. We had Jeffrey. Had some great guests.
Yeah, Tony G.
Recently, over the Aussie Moons, we had some really kicked it up to the next level.
Yeah.
We've just had Tony G, who was our biggest guest ever.
You'd want to be kicking it up at that level when you know that they're all here.
The G Train. We had Jason Gray, one of Australia's highest, most famous high-stakes gamblers. Jan Sacharnik, one of New Zealand's most famous high-stakes gamblers. And, you know, and a few others. You know, along the traps, we've had like Tino Letich, Manny Stavropoulos.
It's going off.
Everybody. I mean, we're getting a lot. It's popular.
So what are you discussing in this podcast?
Well, I'm sure you've listened to them all, but we're talking basically about two topics. Usually, we like to interview the player, the interviewer, the person that we're interviewing. Ask them some things like, what's a crazy hand you played? You know, life, career-changing moment. These sorts of things. What advice do you have for up-and-coming players? You know, usually they're saying the basic stuff, like don't get too crazy, you bankroll, you know, these sorts. And then, of course, we do the hand histories, you know, because Angus he loves poker. And he's trying to make
is he a player? Like, is he...
He's a real player.
Is he a real, like, good player? Like,
oh, real good. Real good. One of the
I don't know if to take you seriously or not.
I think in the Fox FM studios, he's at least in the top 3.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's in there giving it a red hot crack, and he's playing 1-3, no limit hold'em. That's his game. And he aspires to get to 2-5. And look, you really can. We go through about 3 or 4 hands every day, every show. I mean, and you can actually see like he is actually really improving. And maybe the reason he's improving is because he's now got someone he's got to tell hands to. But also, I like to think I can actually see he is starting to take some facets of what we've been speaking about and apply them to his own game, which is it's always really good to see that because. I might not be Australia's best no limit hold'em player, but Cale Burns says I'm 5 out of 10. So
thanks, Cale.
That's pretty good.
No, there's nothing like
He's an
a bit of Australian camaraderie.
That means that's a pass. P equals degree. 50% gets his tick of approval.
Gets his tick of approval.
And he doesn't give many ticks, I'll tell you that.
Well, we'll find out if Angus is a bit of a player because he's also due to come down this weekend.
Can't wait. He's excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're excited to see him, and we're also really excited to have you here as well.
Thanks so much.
I don't know, this is a lot of APT's first time in meeting you, and I'm not sure if they're quite prepared yet, if they're quite ready.
No, I'm media trained. I'm a professional.
Well, you should be by now.
Aficionado.
With
What
all
are
the
the many syllable words can I use to describe myself?
with all the WSOP, POY, interviews that you've done, you should be well and truly got it down packed.
Yes, but now that people start asking me about different things, it's not just about, those things. Now I'm a bit more diverse.
Now, I asked you last time if I could be on your esports team, and you shot me down.
Can't remember.
Yeah, you shot me down pretty much.
Fair enough.
I asked. So do you think if I can't be on the esports team, can I at least be on the podcast? No. No, I'm never going to get anywhere.
We can put you on one, but what's the point? Just cutting room floor, sort of stuff.
This guy is a real charmer. I tell you what.
I think we only put like Australian Poker Hall of Famers minimum. That's
that's minimum. Yeah, no. I think I did win. I mentioned this to you last time. I did win a tournament once at the pub. So I think that should qualify for something. But
well, then we have a lot of people on the podcast.
So tell me about the esports. What's going on with your team at the moment?
Right now, we're actually in Bangkok. We're competing in the Parabellum Dota 2.
Do you want to remind everybody the name of your team?
Neon Esports. That's us, Neon Esports. I should have been wearing the shirt, but bought this new shirt today for this tournament series. So
that's a very, very sharp looking shirt.
You like it? It's
yes.
Blue, black, and white. It's pretty good. I like it.
So you're going back, you're telling me about the esports.
Yeah.
So they're in Bangkok at the moment. Is there a big tournament or series going on there?
Big tournament, and today we had a bit of a bad day. We lost to Sterling Global Dragons, 2-1. But we're going to bounce back tomorrow,
Yeah.
It's going to be a breakaway. It's going to be one of those rags to riches. Not really.
No.
We're tournament favourites, so we're going to show you why we're the favourites.
Yes. Are we going to win one?
Well, we're going to win the whole tournament.
We're rooting for Neon Sports.
Just made it Esports.
But boo to the Dragons.
Boo to the Dragons.
Boo to the Dragons and...
Up to the Neons.
Up to the Neons. I was just about to say, up the Neons.
Really good.
Up the Neons.
Excellent piece. All right, so look, we're going really good. We really like it, and that's it.
And now you're here at APT. You're going to be playing over the next 4 days.
Yep.
And
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Still got to play tonight. Actually, I should speak to my friend Dean Francis. He's put the idea of the main event in my head, but I don't know if I'm going to be that or the Players' Championship.
Yes. Now the Players' Championship. The Players' Championship is serious business. I mean, it's not as the prize pool is not as up there as some of the high roller events like the Grind, and the Players' Championships is a 75k guarantee. But what's really at stake is it's all about the ring.
Is it?
Yes, it's very well sought after. Those that come and play APT.
I haven't seen the ring, but
everybody
wants
everybody wants the bragging rights to the ring. So that's what you'll be up against. Yeah. It's tough competition.
Bit of a golem situation going on.
Yeah. So I mean, like I still think they could even put the prize pool down to like 40k and it'd still be as popular as
I've
ever.
heard 14.
No. But yes, well, we do have packages that are 14k.
Well, there you go. Everyone's got a 14k package around here.
I just gave one away before. Well, I didn't give it away. He won it.
Hotcakes.
But yes, he won a trip. He won a cage package, which is valued at 14k.
Wow.
So he's pretty lucky. He's going off to Costa Rica. So where are you off to in the near future?
I'll probably be definitely going at least as far as Manila to go see the boys after this. Might stop through Malaysia. Probably have to go to Melbourne. I wouldn't mind going to probably go to Los Angeles for the World Series of Poker. So I'll be around.
Yeah, we'll see you at WSOP in Vegas.
Yes, are you going to be there?
Yes, I shall be. So it's pretty exciting. I mean, life must be pretty sort of hectic with you, like a little bit up in the air of where to go next, really.
Oh no, I always plan pretty far ahead. I'm pretty on top of this sort of stuff.
Yeah. So, but how much has life changed for you since winning WSOP Player of the Year? I like saying that.
I don't know. I guess.
Has it changed much?
Not really. It's sort of gives you that that, what do you want to call it?
Recognition?
Recognition, yeah. I'd say recognition.
Yeah. So you mentioned it before to me that you're more of a cash game player than a tournament player. Yet you managed to win WSOP Player of the Year.
Well, yeah.
So you must. I think you're being very humble. I think
I just sort of play poker.
Not giving yourself enough credit.
I guess I just sort of play how I play. And I just won.
And you just won it.
But I'm quite a serious player. It's not like I'm some. But yeah. Look.
What I want to know.
In the limit tournaments, I don't know if it's that much different in the strategy.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to go too deep into that because most people find it very uninteresting. But yeah, I think it's pretty good.
What I really want to know is after it all went down and you won it, did you hear from the other two?
Who?
Like, this is a bit of an inside scoop, just between me and you. Don't worry about everyone that's watching. Right. But like, did Daniel or Sean contact
everyone
you?
writes, the things on Twitter is how poker players.
Sure, yeah. We all communicate
all
through each other through Twitter.
The congratulations and that sort of thing. So yeah, of course.
But did anyone contact you personally and say, congratulations or?
Oh, all the guys. Yeah, no, it's just a sort of a general on Twitter sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay. So there's no inside scoop, no dirty gossip.
Nothing really. No.
Wow. Yeah, you're just full of inside scoops, aren't you?
Riveting. That's just how it is, though. It's the real life.
So now, what is next for you now? I'm
all about this tournament series. I'm going to try and win the title, win the league, get the.
Did you bring your bracelets?
Ring? No, I didn't. Just trying to get it going. Just see what I can get going in Queensland. I've never won a poker tournament in Queensland before.
Well, do you know something that what is really good about APT is you can all our games go towards GPI points. So you can accumulate GPI points by playing in all of our events. Bet you didn't know that.
Didn't.
So if you're lucky enough to take down WSOP Player of the Year 2 years in a row, if you don't, you could always take down what Cale Burns just recently took down, which is the GPI Player of the Year for Australia. So you play all of our events and you get all these points.
Yeah. It's impossible for me to win, Gigi.
No, it's not. I have faith in you.
No, it's just straight up can't win it.
Why not?
Because it's pure volume. Cale and Adamo spam 100k events.
Yeah.
And I'm going to play none of them.
Yeah, that is
possible.
That is possible.
I mean,
We
you're
have-
basically wishing those guys to just brick the entire year
Yeah.
and blow themselves up so I can
No, I don't want them to blow up.
events in Queensland and take that Australian GPI. So our two finest No Limit Hold'em high rollers guys just blow their bankrolls
Yeah.
apart, and then I scoot into the GPI
No.
like some sort of lucky peasant, and it's not very nice.
We do have the GPI Female Player of the Year here as
do.
well. Connie Graham, she's here.
Yes.
She's at the event. She's currently playing in the Players Champs.
As she should.
Yes, so she's also vying for that ring.
Shona, it's not a boys' place. This is equal gender.
I kind of miss having your bracelets
Do you?
on my wrist. That was, yes, the best morning of my
Well,
life.
you know, that's why you should contact Billy the Croc. He knows where to buy bracelets in Vegas.
Really?
Yeah, he's bought one before.
Yeah, but no, I don't want a bought one. I want one that somebody's won.
Well, that's
Like,
good.
I want yours.
Well, you could buy one of mine.
Next time, just leave it with me for longer.
All right.
You'll never get them back. Once they hit the wrist, that's it. It was
Like a slap band.
yeah, it was very difficult to give them back.
Was it?
They're pretty, yeah. Well, not every day you walk around, you know, a casino with just 2 WSOP bracelets. I mean, for you, that is every day, but, you know.
Well, you know, Jeff Lysander's got quite a few bracelets. Buy one of his.
Yeah, all right.
There you go.
We might have to send him a bit of a message.
Got one.
Mel Judah's got a few, actually.
get one,
So
get in hold of
yeah, I think I might have to shoot some of these boys a messages
there
to see
you
if
go.
somebody's
Is Mel
going to
Judah up
lend
here?
me one. I don't think he's at this one, this event.
The next one.
The next one
There you
maybe,
go.
but I know that he might be a bit preoccupied with he's got a series as well. I think it's in the next few weeks.
There you go. Look forward to that then, kids.
So yeah, there's so much happening. I mean, there's a lot of things happening in Australian poker altogether. I mean, we just had Aussie Millions. We've had the WSOP circuit.
WSOP circuit.
Now we've got Australian Poker Tour, which this happens every 2 months.
Those two events are absolutely on par with each other, I'd say.
Yeah, right. Are you being sarcastic
Facetious.
again? You're such a freak.
What about Australian Poker Open?
This is Australian Poker Open. Yeah, but we're not going to say that.
Rug.
We're
Get
not going
under
to.
it. Under the
We're not
rug.
going to mention that.
Irrelevant.
Did you notice that I did not mention that on
Did you?
purpose?
Oh,
No,
really? Did you?
yes,
I
no,
thought
we can't
usually you just
mention
don't talk about
that.
anything. Just say stuff like, this is the event all Australians have been waiting for.
Yeah, well, it is. It is.
Hills
Well,
Hotel.
okay. It is the
Australian
event.
APT Brisbane. Get ready. 1,500 main event. $47,000 for first. Where are you?
Would you listen to me? Can I tell you something?
Need this.
It is not 47. Listen, it is the event that everyone's waiting for, because I tell you why. It is there's a lot of value.
Yes.
And the range is available to everyone to play. So if you were to go to Australian Open, which would be also another awesome event, however, you'd need at least a minimum, 50k bankroll to play in those
50K?
events. Yeah. Oof.
That's a
Oof.
lot.
Can I have a loan?
Who from?
From you.
Oh, no, but I know some Russians.
I don't want Russian money.
Oh,
I'm scared.
beggars can't be choosers.
I'm scared. No.
All right.
Anyway, so going back to that. All right. Well, best of luck. Well, no doubt we will be back in touch with you throughout the event.
Yes.
I'd love to chat with you and Angus when Angus gets here as
He
well.
will love it. He's a chatter. Angus likes chatting.
I'm a bit starstruck by him.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't realise he was that famous.
Host of the Arias. That's
Yeah, I had no
important.
idea. So I'm sitting there chatting away to him,
Like
and
he's a regular person.
like he's a regular person.
Right.
And then I go look up his Twitter, and I find out that he's famous.
Very hard hanging around with Angus on
And
the
so
streets.
now I'm like,
Often there's like a circle of people around him.
I'm starstruck.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
He has to get in and out of his tinted vehicle.
Like, he's just surpassed you.
He has.
So I'm no
He
longer
never surpassed me. I was never above him.
I'm no longer
I was just
starstruck with
always
you.
just this little person riding his coattails. I mean, when we were walking, I think where we were leaving? We were leaving Crown Casino on the way to Fox FM the other day, and it had just been spitting with rain. And you know how I have that leather jacket? I bought myself a nice leather jacket. There was a puddle.
Yeah.
And Angus had bought some new white shoes, so I quickly took my jacket off and put it over the puddle
not.
so he could walk over. You know, because you got to look after these A-listers.
Well, like it took me by surprise because I just thought like he's just a regular poker player that you know, poker players, I don't really get starstruck by them, but this guy here now, after I found out.
Guys, Angus is pretty much just straight up a regular guy. He really does love poker. He really, really likes poker a lot, and that's why he's part of this podcast. And that's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to be like, make a really good podcast for the Australian people, and he's fantastic at that. He does all the editing. He's nice, and he organises the studio. Like, without him, there's no way that show would ever exist.
Yeah.
And even if I did it on my own somehow, it would be so much worse without him.
Yeah.
Like, you know, all jokes aside, really, he's instrumental, and he genuinely loves the Australian poker community, and I bet he can't wait to be here.
Yeah, well, we're looking forward to having him. We're also extremely grateful that Angus is coming down, and to yourself, thank you so much.
No problem, Gigi. Lovely to be here.
Thank you so much for blessing us with your presence.
Thank you, very kind.
With the WSOP Player of the Year, Mr. Robert Campbell.
Peace.
And we will catch you guys later. Bye.